This is what you've all been waiting for, I suppose. Zero fee help for your AIM investing. I'll tell you secretly, I've always wanted, if when people used to ask me what kind of work do I want to do for a living, I would say I want to be a philanthropist. I want to help people for free. I've never found a wealthy patron who could fund my enterprise and let me help people for free. And I struggled with that for years until I finally got help from a marketing consultant who said, Jeff, your method of investing works so well. You can afford to offer it for free because you'll make people so much profits. You can take a percent of their profits. So you will be helping them for free because they would never have made the profits if they didn't sign up with you. Here's the way it's going to work. The first invoice will come out March 31st. Let's say you started with me with $20,000. And by March 31st, you had $30,000 total. 30,000 minus 10,000 means you made profits of 10,000. You'd be happy and I'd be happy. 5% of 10,000 is 500. I would send you an invoice from PayPal that you can pay with any credit card for 500, and your portfolio would have grown by 9,500. And then maybe 6 months, a year from now, maybe your portfolio is up to 50,000, and it had started with 30,000 at the time. So in 3 months, you went from 30,000 to 50,000. Again, your profit was 20,000. 5% of 20,000 would be a $1,000 invoice for you, and your profits would have grown by 19,000. So you can see you never have to pay a nickel to me out of your own money. You're only paying me with profits that you made because you signed up for my free help. How can you beat that? And let's say years from now, you might go from 350,000 to 420,000 in 3 months. That's a $70,000 profit times 5%. You would owe me 3,500. And again, there's going to be periods when there are no profits for 3 months. Then you don't get an invoice, and I worked for you for free. How can you be? I feel this is the best way for me and you. You make more money and I make more money, and you never actually pay out of your own pocket. These are the three basic methods that people are investing with. If you buy and hold, you'd be lucky, and reinvest the dividends, you'd be lucky to average 15% a year. Very little trading, and you're not paying attention to your investment. If you check monthly, you might average a little higher, because Brett surveyed for 6 years, 6.5 years, the dogs of the Dow for that, and they averaged 75% total return. But look at the Leap's return for the same 6 years, 500% within the money calls, 8 times better than AIM stocks. Leverage amplifies during recoveries. So you see, AIM is the way to catch up and make up for years of neglect if you haven't been investing and you're starting later in life. Next, I've had many nice compliments. We threw a few in there. This guy Mike is the guy I made 800,000 for when he started with 100,000 after about 10 years, and he used the money to build a custom-built $800,000 house for his disabled parents. So that made me feel really good. Next, how to get more help. You can always email me at jeff@jjjinvesting.biz. Phone me. I much prefer talking on the phone to typing. I have too much carpal tunnel anymore. My modest fees will provide you 100 to 1,000 times return on investment for your portfolio. Just ask my clients. I made one guy, like I said, started with 550,000 January 2020. By December 2020, 1 year, his 550,000 had grown to 1,750,000 in a roaring bull market. So it's worked forever. I've tested it for over 20 years. I'll be glad to answer any questions you have on this, but this is a golden opportunity. No one else is making an offer like this, and I'm the only one in the world that I know of that has this kind of a great way to invest that works. No